Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to have stayed away so long. I did not mean to do that. When I looked up, I realized I hadn't given you guys any love lately. So please forgive me for that. Life has been a little bit, how should I say? Oh my gosh, just, on fire. You always have something to do, right? Every day. So here we are, and let's see what's coming from my lovely Libras. Don't know why I keep saying the same thing over and over on my screen, but it does. So hopefully you guys will get the notification that I am on. If you don't see this until it's posted, then so be it. What can you tell us, Spirit, to our lovely Libras? For our lovely Libras. Again, I don't know. I've already seen 7. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. YouTube, please do better. My allergies are bothering me, so please forgive me and my voice goes in and out. All right, let's take a look and see what's coming from my Libras. I'm also going to be using the Earth Warriors Oracle and get you an Oracle card as well. So let's do that first, guys. Thank you again for joining me. So this is the deck we'll be using. I know how much you guys love to see the book or the box that it comes from. Hope you had a good day, whoever's viewing me currently, or at least a good beginning of your week. Mine didn't end with a bang in a beautiful way, but it did end with a bang. Work is work, right? And it'll always be there tomorrow. That's the beauty of it, job security. All right, Spirit, what would you like to tell our lovely Libras? Yeah, I don't even know if you guys are writing anything because I'm telling you, I've already had welcome to live chat as if I'm the one that's supposed to be, I guess, writing something right now. It's just really weird. So I'm thinking YouTube is crashing, but oh well, let's just go with it. Clan of the Wolf. Heart. Interesting. We are the ones oh my gosh, we are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Hi, RJ. How are you doing? I don't even know that song, but thank you for asking. Everly Morrison, hi, how are you doing? So again, we are the people or the one that we've been waiting for. What does that mean? That means that if you're waiting for, and I mean this out of context, I'm not talking about Christ, but I am saying if you're waiting on a savior of sorts, they're not coming. You're your own savior. You're your own best guide. You're the person that has all the answers. You just probably haven't sat alone long enough, quietly enough, or even listened to your inner voice long enough to have the answers that you're seeking, guys. Because I really believe that whatever it is you're asking for at this time, or whatever it is that you've been praying about at this time, contemplating on, or possibly even meditating on at this time of your life, God himself is saying, you are the answer that you've been waiting for. So it's all within you, okay? It is all within you. The answer is there. It's been there all along. Let's pull 7 cards and let's see what's coming. Wow, okay. Whew, you're being spied on, I can tell you that. I can tell you that. So let's do the first 7 cards and we'll go from there. First thing they're saying is right now, whatever you're working on, you're building. It's actually building upon something. You're not just working on things as you normally do. You're actually building something. So you're either building a future or something for your future. And I believe that it's going to be very, very good for you. I feel money is in your future. Things are growing for you financially. But they are asking you to have patience, but not with finances. I think your finances are good and dandy. What I do think and believe is that somebody that has the temperament of the emperor, but maybe not currently embodying the energy of the emperor himself. What do I mean by that? When the emperor gets angry, everybody feels it. It's like the ground could shake. like some kind of earthquake would be happening. But that's not a real emperor. That's not what makes an emperor. I think that you've been waiting for somebody to become an emperor, whether it's a male or female, it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. You've been waiting for somebody to step up to the plate to actually do what's right, and they're just not doing that. However, they are spying on you. That's why I said somebody is looking into your life. Somebody is spying on you. The justice, though, is in your hands. Justice is in your hands. And I think, again, that connects to we are the ones we've been waiting for. Because sometimes we look on the outside for answers or look to others for answers. And really, the answers are within ourselves if we really take the initiative to look or to listen deeply enough to our higher self. Okay? You are being considered, Libra, right now as the Queen of Cups. It doesn't matter whether you're a male or female at this time. You are embodying the Queen of Cups. So you're very receptive. You're very emotionally in tune with yourself. Hi, Josh. How are you doing? I picked up both cards at once. Very unusual for me. But nonetheless, I really do believe that if you're looking for answers, you already have them. Maybe it's not the answer you want as well. I never realized, oh, well, that one just went flying. Oh, it was the Hangman. Yeah, we're not picking that one up. We're not picking that one up because I don't like the energy of the Hangman. The Hangman is a perpetual, I'm in meditation, I'm thinking about things until enlightenment comes. Hi, Abraham. How are you doing? So, no, let's not go into that energy because then we'll be waiting forever. Again, I feel like the answer is within your hands or within the realm of your possibilities. And I don't believe that you have to wait because here you have the 8 of Wands. So something is coming very fast towards you. And what is that, Spirit? Oh. So either this is in love or this could be in a partnership because the cups can be filled with anything. I always tell people that. What do you want your cups to be filled with? Your cups can be filled with jewels, with money, or with love, depending on what you want. And this could be partnership or it could be a relationship. This is an initiation that's going on right there, and it's being pronounced over these two. So it doesn't necessarily mean a man and a woman. I know the Hierophant, traditionally, that's what we talk about is marriage. But for those that are either already married or you're not interested in marriage at this time, then it could be a partnership, a business partnership. So be on the lookout for that if that's what you want in your life at this time, buying into something like that. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Is it Leonette? That is so pretty. Or Elianette. I'm sorry if I'm murdering your name, but it's really pretty. Bruce City. Hi, how are you doing? Okay. Well, we're not going to judge you. Okay? But let's talk about other things. So, this is the issue. Some people want love, going back to the love aspect of all this, but they're so afraid of the 3 of Swords that they don't let their guard down. And the thing is with love, you must let your guard down for love to be real and whole. If you're not going to be real and whole towards love, it's just not going to happen. It's just really not going to happen. Hi, Jarrett. Hi, Jem. So, yeah, you're going to have to deal with that. Whoever that message is for, you're really going to have to deal with that fear. Because love is not going to come for you and you're not going to be able to experience it fully if you don't get over that fear. So just be forewarned, love comes, but it may not stay. And that's up to you. So moving on. So there has to be a change. Here's the Death card coming out. But this change, I'm telling you, your finances are doing well, Libra. Your finances have nothing to do with problems or being problematic. 9 of Coins. So in that area of your life, I think you've got it squared away. I think you're pretty okay. It's in the love aspect for some of you that are having a really hard time. Dicho y hecho. So as I'm saying, some of you are having a hard time. The 5 of Cups falls out along with the 5 of Coins. So for some cross watchers that you have, Libra, They very well may have problems both in the love department and in the financial department, but that's not you. That's their energy. We are talking about a King of Wands with a very lustful spirit, and I believe attachments. What do I mean by attachments? There was a saying today that I was listening to when I was on my break, and it was about, it was a sermon, and the sermon was about, are you dealing with demons? Are you walking amongst demons? Are you, like dating demons or involved with a demon? I want to say no. Thankfully for myself anyway, I can say I've never dealt with living with a demon or dating a demon. Now, do I believe that someone that I'm close to may have a demonic attachment? Yes, but that's totally different, guys. That is totally different. That's when they've allowed, sometimes they allow it because they call it in, okay? Sometimes they allow it because they call in a lustful spirit, a drunken spirit, a spirit of obsessive behaviors. Yeah. So it might just be that there's an attachment on someone that you would like to be in a relationship with and you're on and off with. A problem is that they may or may not know. They may also, nice. So they may also know they have an attachment, or they may guesstimate because their attitude and character has too many abrupt changes. So they're moody, they're irritable, and then back to being happy-go-lucky. And as soon as you try to get close to them, and if you're of the light, that spirit is not going to let them, not going to allow that to happen for long. So what happens is that person just starts arguments with you for no apparent reason. And everything is up in the air again, Libra. But there is a decision that needs to be made. And honestly, I think that the person that has to make the decision, more so than not, is going to be you. I feel like it doesn't really matter what this person wants or doesn't want, because in the long run, if they're wishy-washy or if they do have a demonic attachment, your life with them is constantly going to be up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Okay? So unfortunately for you, that's going to keep happening. It's just going to keep happening. And so you're going to have to deal with it. Deal with it on your own. Deal with it on your own. And the only way to do that is for you to say goodbye. And that's heartbreaking, right? Hence the Three of Swords. But that may be the only way to end this vicious cycle. Because how many people do you know that are going to come to you and tell you, I know that I have a demonic attachment to me or on me. Can you help me? Can you remove it? Can you help me to remove it? There's really not going to be very many people that are going to acknowledge that. So it's probably better for you to let sleeping dogs lie and go your merry way and find someone else to get involved with that doesn't have attachments of those kinds. So this person does want to offer you love. But like I said, it's like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. It's like, oops, I said that. Why did I say that? Why did I treat Libra that way? Why did I stir up problems? Why don't I just admit to Libra that I have feelings? Like I said, it might be an attachment, and that attachment may not allow them to have a closeness with someone because they may be found out, meaning the demonic attachment. They do want to move things forward with you, Libra. But again, that is going to be your choice. The Lover's card did come out, which is the choice card, guys. So that's going to be your decision. Whether you want to start anew with someone else or you want to, I don't know, keep praying to God. Keep praying to God in reference to this. But if God has not answered you, and you know God has not answered you in reference to this issue, then maybe it's just not meant to be. But I'm telling you, as I'm sitting and breathing, for some of you that are away from this person, hi there, is it S. Forntilli? That's cute. Hi, is it Viajante dote tiempo? I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. But nonetheless, you do have a new beginning and you do have a new relationship coming. Is it with this person or is it with someone new? It's going to be your choice. I do feel like you have both the opportunity of having someone new or going back to the old. But the old seems to have attachments on them, and it's not going to be for everyone. Not everybody has a demonic attachment. So if this is not your story, please don't force it to fit. But you have some things to work out, Libra. And for some of you out there, you're artists, or you have a book inside of you that needs to come out, and it's time to get that book published or get your art seen, maybe in a studio. I don't know, but there's something. There is something there. Okay, Santi, how beautiful. Like in Santissima, or what does it mean? So Wheel of Fortune, I'm telling you, there is a new chapter trying to come into your life for you. That change is trying to make itself known for you. So again, that's going to be your choice, whether you want the brand new life or if you want to go backwards and accept this person. But man, this is like, they're giving me, the person on your mind is giving me like the energy of, and it's giving me chills when I'm talking about this. Like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of energy, where you don't know whether you're getting the monster or if you're getting the person that you fell in love with. And that's so sad. Oh, Santiago, what a beautiful name. So, oh my gosh. And enter in the person that's on your mind. They can be sometimes, and I know this is the male aspect of the Libra, but that's not who I'm talking about right now. My feeling is that the person that you may be involved with or in distance with at present, maybe little to no talk with them, no communication, they tend to overanalyze a lot of things, and they tend to come across as cold, and then at other times very warm, and they want to be in a loving relationship with you, and they're in love with you. They want to have this kind of bond with you, you know, and be your ultimate love. But then they grow cold again. That has to be very, very chilling to the bone. Like I said, I got some chills here from looking into this person, because I feel like you don't know which person you're going to get. Every time you talk to them, they're different. One moment, they're one way, and then the next time you talk to them, they're another. So you never know who you're going to get, and that can be overwhelming, to say the least. Financial security is yours. However hard or however much you want to put into what you're trying to get done, let me tell you, it's coming. So keep working at it, because it is on its way. It is on its way. I don't have cards in front of me, honey, in order to give you your answers, but I see Raymond. And what is her name? Let me tap into that. Let's see if we can tap into that for you. I don't have cards in front of me, another deck that I can just pull out for that. But I'll see if I can tap into it. But I need to know what state and her name. So you have the Seven of Cups. Someone is very much thinking about you. I don't like it because it's ridiculous. It's redundant. So very much thinking about you with the Seven of Cups, and then they want to come towards you because they have something to say. Holy mackerel. What they want to talk about is the Two of Cups. But they also want to talk to you with prudence and wisdom. and not be immature while they're talking to you. Okay. And what state is that? What state is that, please? That that person lives in? So again, they're just saying, I want to talk to you. They don't want to fight. They're saying, I want to talk to you, but I want to come across as the hermit. I do not want to fight with you. Well, too late, because I already see arguments. I already see coldness, bluntness. I mean, really, Libra, I don't know what you could be talking to this person about that would be in your favor, or favorable outcome is what I mean to say. Okay. But what is the state, my dear? That's what I keep asking. What state do you live in, or they live in? Okay. But this person wants to come quickly. They want to come quickly. And also I'm hearing, I don't like ultimatums, or you're not giving me a chance to talk, or something like that. You're not giving me a chance to express myself. It was abrupt, or you're abrupt, or you're, you know, because I see this person coming in really quickly and with the sword in hand. So with the sword in hand, what do they want to do? They want to fight. They want to fight for their opinion or right to be heard or whatever it is. But I don't know, Libra. I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced that it would be beneficial for you. So would it be beneficial, Spirit, for Libra to listen to this person, hear this person out? Is there anything that this person... That was the biggest no you could have ever had. Oh, New York. Okay, thank you for that. Give me a moment. That was the biggest no that you could have gotten. That was almost like a H no, if you know what I mean. A 10 is saying it's dead. This is dead. Just leave it. Let sleeping dogs lie. That's the first thing I said. Let sleeping dogs lie. So they're not telling you at this time, this point in time during this reading, that you should be talking to this person in reference to anything they have to say. They want to manifest this between you and them. They want to manifest either meeting you or coming towards you or coming to you. What does this person want with Libra? What does this person really want with Libra? Let's see if I can get an answer. And give me a moment with the other answer. They don't know. They really honestly don't know what they want with you. I don't think this person has thought it through. I don't think they've thought it through. Like they're going to take it one step at a time. They haven't thought it through. As a matter of fact, coming face to face with you and talking to you face to face is the hardest thing ever, as per them. That's what they're telling me. It's the hardest thing ever. So it's a 10 of Wands. So it would be something that would be extraordinarily hard for them to do, to come and talk to you face to face. Oh, let's see. I'm telling you, they want to make you an offer. They want to make you an offer, Libra. Why do they want... You see that, guys? I caught the card before it fell. They want to make you an offer, Libra. They are in love with you. But I'm telling you, you either have someone on your hands that's bipolar, okay? And I am not here to judge anybody, especially when it comes to mental health. Mental health is real. The only thing is, it's on the inside. So it's not like a broken leg or broken arm where you see people with a cast and say, oh, wow, you have an ouchie there. You have something broken. So because of that, we can't see it at times, but that doesn't mean it's not there. So I feel like this person either has bipolar disorder, possible schizophrenia even, I'm being told, for some. But this person has an issue to where they're not balanced. So sometimes they come at you very angrily, and at other times, and very cold, and other times very warm and welcoming and loving. And that's not good. That's not good. So what was your question, my dear? You said something about you want to know something about lead, I think, or laid. I don't know. L-E-I-D. What is it that you wanted to know? Because I know you wrote that down. Okay. But what is that? Why can't you get her off? Oh my gosh, I don't need cards to tell you that. Intuitively, I already know. It's because you're in love. That's so sweet. But if you don't tell the person, or if there's no communication between you and that person, or you haven't grown, planted the seeds and let them sprout and grow, that person may not even know that you exist or that you feel that way. So I guess first things first, if we want to just keep it real, have you told the person how you feel, or have you attempted to go out with them? And going out with people, go somewhere that's not so noisy, like a theater or a club. You can't talk to people and get to know people that way. But at a sit-down dinner where the waiter is coming and going and you have privacy, something like that is nice, because it's more intimate and there's nobody to kind of interrupt your communication. No more communication. I'm so sorry. I see. I would say pray on it. I would say pray on it, because I feel like there's a whisper of a chance there. But I feel like there was one person that possibly did something that was not appropriate in that relationship, and that's why this fell apart. So sometimes it's easy as being sincere with an apology. I know I'm that kind of person. Everybody makes mistakes. Some people make huge mistakes. And when I say huge mistakes, I mean like cheating, or worse, which is putting your hands on people, right? And the putting your hands is a deal breaker for me. But the other, sometimes it could be worked out. Sometimes it's a lie that you're caught in. So whatever it was, I feel like maybe come back a little bit slowly, more as a friendly, like, hey, how are you doing? I haven't heard from you. Just wanting to check on you. How are you doing? Sometimes that is enough to spark some new life into that relationship, but being sincere and not just going full in like this crazy person wants to come towards you, Libra. This person just wants to come flying back into your life and expect that everything is just gonna be hunky-dory. And it's not. It's not. I mean, they're coming in with the 10 of Wands, with the 8 of Swords, with the 10 of Swords. They have issues, whether that's an issue that they have somewhere else without you, or an issue here that forces them not to be able to connect their heart towards you. Whatever it is, it's not good. And you may not be equipped. You may not be equipped to handle this on your own. If they want to go to couples therapy, or maybe they need therapy, or they're willing to open up about whatever private issues are going on that they haven't shared, that would be lovely, because at least you'd be able, as a person, you'd be able to say, oh crap, that's too much. I can't handle that. Or, wow, okay, now I understand. I understand you've been going through this, that, or the other. And for some of us that are like me, we already see what you're going through. So you just telling us, I'm just doing life, is BS. Is BS. And I've been saying here and on my other channel, hi, Shell, how are you? That if you're telling someone like me, or telling someone like you that comes to visit tarot readers' channels, and it's your storyline, and you already know we're telling you the truth because this is your story, and other tarot readers are matching those stories, perhaps in different words, verbiage, but their cards are also giving them the same type of storyline, maybe not exactly, but similar, then you already know this person has problems in their other life without you. Wherever they are and whatever they're doing. They're the ones that are lying to themselves and deceiving themselves that you don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. Just because they refuse to talk about it doesn't mean you don't know. So again, I do see someone trying to come and trying to communicate with you, Libra. They do want your help. The truth is there. Will they give you the truth this time? You know, funny enough, this card is telling me with the Four of Swords, if they told you the truth, they would be purging. Their soul would feel so much lighter. But will they tell you the truth? That's the question of the day. Will they tell you the truth? You have someone here who is the King of Cups. Is this the same person? This person has a lot of love in their heart for you, Libra. They really do. But the problem is, again, which person are you getting? And if they do, let's just say, because disclosure, I'm not a physician, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist. But I've been in the medical field for 37 years, and I can tell you that a lot of traits, a lot of, signs and symptoms are visible with people that suffer from depression or bipolar depression, things of that nature. This person may have multiple episodes that happen even in one day or a week, to where they have very high highs. And that could also, and again, I'm not sitting here trying to diagnose anybody. I'm just sharing information. So they might have bipolar depression, let's say, for example, and they could have multiple episodes to where they literally can cycle. They're called cycling. They could cycle in and out of those episodes so fast that from 1 minute to the next, they're either super high and they have this euphoria feeling, to where sex is everything to them, being risky is everything to them, shoplifting, being a kleptomaniac, for example, anything like that is they're always trying to make decisions on a whim, right? Flying by the seat of their pants. But then the next, they're super low and super depressed and can't do anything. And that's when they're moody, they're brooding, and they're dark. Their energy's dark. So all I'm saying is this person is displaying all of those things that I'm picking up on today. So, but they're convinced they can be happy both emotionally and financially with you. And that might be a possibility. We discussed that on the other channel yesterday, that there are possibilities for you two to make financial good decisions, financially sound decisions together. That could be an increase for both. But the problem is, are they stable enough to make decisions of that sort with you and keep, on that path with you, along with you? Five of Swords, why they feel that would be the ultimate win, I don't know. But there you have the Ace of Coins. You do have a Tower coming in. And it does have to do with finances or job or work with that Eight of Coins. But here we go. Remember, we talked last night about somebody possibly coming in to use you financially. Be careful, be aware of that. We have the Chariot here, somebody trying to get away with something. And then we get the Chariot. So what? Do they have like in the movies, where the old movies where they would tell the robber would tell the person that was the driver, the getaway driver, and keep the motor running. That's what that reminds me of. Look at that, being sneaky and then having a vehicle or having a mode of travel right away. Holy mackerel. Yes, Ramsey, I can. But I thought your name was Louisa. Louisa Albert, or I don't know. That's whatever, but that's cool. Pagan Calderon. Let's put everything in there. That's awesome. So again, here you are, Libra. And I'm telling you, when this Libra comes out, you better have the truth. You better have the truth. When a balanced Libra comes out, you better have the truth. You better, if you're coming towards the Libra, but the Libra already knows you're trying to get away with something. You think the Libra's not going to smell it? The female aspect of the Libra is just as intelligent as our male counterparts. We're a little more discriminating, though. We're not going to cut your head off because we want to know what you have to say. Yeah, I gave away my secret. As a female Libra, I'm not going to cut your head off. I'm going to let you talk. I want to know what you're going to say. What's in your mind? What do you really think? How are you really? Who are you really on the inside when I just let you jibber jabber and talk away? I'll cut your head off if you don't tell me the truth, meaning I cut you off and that's it. But you think I don't know? You don't know? Oh, is that true? Well, then let's make sure you don't have to look at me anymore. How about that? How about that? Let's just remove you. Okay? That way you don't have to look. You don't have to look at anybody that looks that way. So nonetheless, I feel like you're going to be at the ready. You're going to be at the ready. And judgment is coming out with the Queen of Swords. Holy shit. Judgment is coming with the Queen of Swords. So I'm telling you, I am spot on when I'm telling you that you're going to see this person coming a mile away. So if they're going to come towards you, they better be telling you the truth because you're going to smell it. You're going to know it. You have the Three of Wands with a Page of Cups. So I call that my little cup of love. And I also call it my stinky cup of love because there's a fish in there. I have a feeling this person is going to offer something or try to turn on the charm when they see that you're not buying. You're not buying their BS anymore. You're not wanting to listen to them anymore. So I don't know, Libra. I don't know, but I do know that the female aspect of the Libra will listen to you. But when they smell lies, they will pronounce judgment on that. So be careful, cross watchers, if you're going to come lie to a Libra, especially a female Libra. Is this a person from your past? And also, it is showing me their past, and they've had a hard past. I'm not going to sit here and lie. They have had a hard past. The Nine of Wands isn't an easy road or an easy path. But who hasn't had a hard life, especially nowadays? Who hasn't had something hard or harsh happen in their life? You know, you've got to think about that. If this is a person that wants to get you to feel like, oh, you poor, poor thing, no. Sometimes in the beginning, you could feel that way towards someone. You could feel like, let me give you my sympathy. Let me sympathize with you, right? Because you want to put yourself into their shoes and say, well, shoot, if I were going through that, or if I went through that, I'd feel the same. But that record, that broken record gets old because, again, you're not equipped for that. They need a doctor. They need a doctor of the head, of the mind, to help sort things out if they can. You should not be put into the position to fix anything or anyone. You can give advice, but the rest is up to a professional of sorts. So you have the Queen of Wands coming in with the Nine of Wands from the past. Why is this person coming in? Because they haven't made their mind up whether to come towards you, or if you don't want them and you're going to pronounce judgment on them, then they're going to go back to the Queen of Wands. Why? I say, you know, let them. One thing that is so funny is that, what is her name? Mel Robbins. Do you guys know who Mel Robbins is? So she wrote a book that's called Let Them. So in her opinion, and I think it's a good opinion, I think it's a good exercise to do. She says, if somebody wants to walk away from you, let them. If somebody doesn't like you, let them. If somebody wants to argue with you, let them. But that doesn't mean that you fight back or argue back or hate them back. That just means that you let them deal with their issues, however it is and whenever it is that they come. Let them deal with it. If they don't want to be a part of your life, then don't force them to stay, is what she means. But this person has been betrayed in the past by this Queen of Wands. So I understand all of that. But why is that your fault? Why do we have another queen here, the Queen of Coins? Like I said, your person is a very busy character, the World. From what they're telling me, they've been hurt quite a few times. Lots of lies, the Moon. Because the Mighty Wander Peach is playing too much. There's too much play on that. You know, have you ever seen, in the old days, they would talk about totem poles a lot. And the fact that totem poles had notches on them. That's what I'm getting from this. Is that this wand in particular, if they're a male, has been used an awful lot. An awful lot. This in their life is going very slow. Finances could be very, very slow too. But they don't want to talk about that. They want that hidden. They want to talk about love. But they're afraid of love. I think that's like melodramatic, right? I mean, you want to talk about people that betrayed you. Okay, more than once. Okay, acknowledged. And then all of a sudden you want to talk about love, but you're not strong enough. You're not courageous enough to go after the love that you want. The celebration that you want, Crosswatcher, is not going to happen with the Libra overnight. You've got to create a bond and work on that bond. You've got to work on the relationship and not be so flighty and not be in and out, in and out, in and out. Because that gets old. Here you have the King of Coins to the Empress. And there's a walking away. So there's a walking away. They want to be able to walk away from this Empress. But they still haven't. They still haven't. And for what? At least a year? Because it was last winter. And it's not winter yet. We're a couple of months away. But last winter, that's what they were saying. That they wanted to find the courage to finally walk away. And what was my comment to them? That the door opens both ways. Has everyone here, or should I say, does everyone here, to their house, apartment, their room, do you not have a door that you get in and out of your home or in and out of your room? It opens both ways. If you want to stay, you go in and you stay. If you want to leave, the door opens so you can leave. It's so simple that it's, I'm hearing, what's his name? Sherlock Holmes. It's elementary, dear Watson. It's elementary. Because you can go whenever you want. No one physically has tied you down, Crosswatcher. No one has tied you to a house or a home or a life. That's in your imagination. That's in your psyche, that you imagine that you're tied and bound to something or someone, especially something or someone that's toxic, and it's not true. So that is your choice, Crosswatcher, and nobody can make that decision for you. So I think you need to sit and contemplate on that, because I really don't believe that the door doesn't open when you decide that it's time to go, that this is just not working out for you anymore. Is there anything else you'd like to tell my Libra? Please and thank you. Anything else that you'd like to tell the Libra? I did see the Three of Swords again, guys. Let's see what else is coming. What do you want to tell the Libras? For example, where does their luck lie at this time? Where does Libra's luck lie at this time during this reading, please? And thank you. And this reading is good until next Friday, okay? Again with the betrayal. I think that's their major concern, Libra. Queen of Coins. Look at that. Look at that. The 10 of Wands. I told you I saw the Three of Swords again. That's the third time the Three of Swords has made itself known to me today. King of Wands. King of Cups, King of Swords, holy macaroni, and security. Libra, I thought that the cross watcher was the only one that had so many people in their background, but there's 2 other people here. So if you do not choose to go back to this cross watcher on your mind, Libra, that you're currently not in contact or little to no contact with, there are 2 others in your near future. Your choice is to pick one or the other, or just keep waiting for the same person. That's your choice because you have free will. But this person from the past, it's a love-hate or fighting and back to joy. Bickering and back to joy with the 5 of Wands to the 3 of Cups. There's just too much disruption in the energy. It is somebody from your past. Then you have the 9 of Wands. I'm telling you, Libra. I'm telling you, Libra. I don't think that you have it in you anymore to put up with this person. I feel like you're pooped, like you're tired. Your energy is tired. Your heart is tired. Your emotions are tired. They're fatigued. Isn't that the word of the day currently? We have something fatigue. Well, I think you have cross-watcher fatigue, because I don't think that you're willing to go through all this bogus craziness anymore. I think that you're ready and willing to sail into the future, into a beautiful possibility that has nothing to do with this person. And I think that you will accept a cup that's going to be offered to you, and there will be a change in your life if you allow it. For some of you, it will be somebody at work. You will be happy. Look at that, the 9 of Cups. And your finances will improve as well. What people don't realize, look at that. You see that? Not good. Lies. And then the Chariot is war. You know that, right? The Chariot isn't only a mode of travel. It's war. So be careful that somebody doesn't come back into your life simply to fight with you or accuse you of giving up on them or betraying them. Because the truth is, you've given them more than ample time to change, and they haven't. Or they look like they're changing and then they don't. They resort back to the old person, the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of energy again. So I would give the new people that are coming an opportunity to show what they're made of. I'm telling you, this change, whether they like it or not, is coming. And I think for some of you, it's already come, because you're different, or your behavior is more you. You're coming back to yourself. You're centered again. You're thinking more with logic and head over heart. It's almost like you're taking a page out of their book, because you were the one that was in your emotions. You were the one that was always touchy-feely. You were the one that was always expressing your love. And now I feel like, pardon me, there's something that got into my eye. I think it's a lash. Now I feel like you're reserving your emotions and you're not showing your emotions, and you're just talking like nothing's wrong, nothing happened. Because in your opinion, it really doesn't matter, because you don't know who you're going to get when you talk to this person. So why be emotional? Why display emotion? What is it going to get you? I'm telling you, you have some really good luck on the way. I'm going to cover her up a little bit. You have the Star coming out with the 9 of Coins, Libra. Your finances, pardon me, your finances are, I think, nice and steady. I think that the shaky part for those that have no contact with someone at present, I think that your romance, the area of romance could use a little help. But that's within your realm of possibilities, like I said, because I really do feel, hi, how are you doing, heart? I really do feel like you've got 2 other suitors. So if that's the case, why don't you give them a try? This person, by the time they change, Libra, I don't think you're going to want them anymore. And they've got a lot of secrets. Oh my gosh. And one of them is an empress. So they might have children with this empress. The Three of Wands. I'm getting the energy of the Two of Wands when I touch it. Like a wait and see attitude. But if we look at the Three of Wands, those ships are already in the harbor. What are we freaking waiting for? Christmas? Because Christmas is 2 months away. Why are you going to wait for that? You have the Sun. Why wait for tomorrow what you can do today? I'm telling you, there's either a coming and going of a situation or a walking away. And this is going to be a tough choice if they come towards you and you hear them out. Because you're going to get confused all over again and you're not going to get the answers that you want. They're going to tell you what you feel, what they feel you need to hear. I'm promising you a new beginning, but here we go with the Two of Coins. So it's a coin toss. That's a juggler. They're juggling you. They're juggling their life. They're not sure about what they're doing. It's almost like a novice, you know, someone that is very elemental or very elementary level of whatever they're pursuing or whatever they're doing. And I'm getting itches while I'm talking. It's crazy because I'm getting tingly everywhere. But I really feel like they don't know what the heck they're doing because they foosbar all of this every time with you. They either really, really love bomb you or really, really angry with you and moody with you. I don't know, Libra. Meditate on this, pray on this, because you want the truth. And I don't think you're going to get the truth. And the problem is, and I'm going to say this because this is what came out from the first throw, because we're already on the second one. I reshuffled. This is the problem. Right now, because of the way they've treated you and your hands are innocent and clean, you're innocent and your hands are clean. Right now, judgment is being pronounced on them. If you get involved with this person again and you buy into their BS or, yeah, let's try this again, and they make false promises again and don't deliver or stay a certain, you know, acting a certain way for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then they change back again to being moody and being distant and being cold again. I'm sorry to tell you because I'm just the messenger, but the truth is, with this Ace of Swords, that judgment will also fall on you because you're not listening. It's almost like, okay, well, God is saying, I'm not going to be here to rescue you again. If you don't listen and you know what this person's about and you know they keep hurting you, you know they don't keep their promises, you know they're hot and cold. It's like a thermostat that's broken, that doesn't stay on. Okay, so if that's the case, that this is what you want, you keep pulling this person back into you or keep allowing them to come back to you, sooner or later, what they're going through judgment-wise from the divine is going to fall on you. Not because I, as a reader, am saying this, but because that's what the cards are telling me. So be very, very careful because there's 2 other people here that are coming towards you. And also this person is involved with more than one person besides you. So then if that's the case, I feel like the tables are turning, where Spirit is sensing that you're trying to create some kind of a divide between you and this person. You're no longer as holding on for dear life to that love that you just had to have because you did love them deeply. You did really care for them. It's only too bad they did not ever feel the same way about you. So it wasn't reciprocated, but that's okay. Everyone has a right to mourn that or to feel hurt and pain, but then the healing has to start. But the healing is not going to start if you keep taking them back. And the judgment is going to be on you. So be very, very careful then, because God will let you fall back into the trap. God is going to allow you to go through whatever life lessons you have to go through with this person because you're allowing them to come back. And that's a forewarning. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sharing time with me. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Love to have you as part of my family, both here and on Gypsy Roots Tarot, which is my other channel. And guys, you know, I cannot make these decisions for you, nor do I want to. But I do, regardless of who you are out there, I just wish you all the best. And if they're not the best for you, even if your heart yearns for them, then they're just not the best for you. And God is wanting you to have the best. And that's why they're bringing two other people. If you don't want one, you can choose the other. Or try them both out. Why don't you date and not have any connections or strings to anybody until you figure out which one you really, I don't know, blend with. And I heard something on the way home. And this lady said, I'm not going to date people anymore because we have sexual chemistry. I'm going to date people and figure out whether we're compatible or not. And that's beyond the sex, right? Because anybody can do the horizontal mambo. Anybody can, you know, even tequila makes her clothes fall off, apparently. So it really doesn't matter. In that department, it's going to happen, then it's going to happen, you know? Barry White, yeah, I'm dating myself. But you know what I'm saying? He made a lot of children. And that's the fact. He made a lot of children. The point is, anybody can do that with you. Once, twice, or maybe thrice. But who's going to stay for the long run? Who are you going to be best friends with? Who are you going to have an affinity of, you know, a meeting of the minds and hearts? Somebody that has actual things in common with you other than sex or sex on the brain, right? So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Again, Gypsy Roots Tarot and Travel is my other channel. We post more often there, and I invite you guys over there as well. Please do hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell all button, which is in the more area, because that's going to tell you when I post. And sometimes I'm extra special and I remember to give you guys a notification on this channel to join us over there. But nonetheless, regardless of whether you choose to just remain on this channel and not visit the other, I thank you so much for your time. And I really appreciate sharing time with you here. And I hope that I have helped in some way. But if you say, Victoria, this was not my story, I don't know what you're talking about. Or maybe you say, you know, I'm not going through this, but somebody I know could use this reading because I think they need to hear something. Share away, because sharing is caring. Nonetheless, thank you, Shell, for being here. I appreciate you. And yeah, let's come back together again next week and we'll do it all again. And let's see if the Crosswatcher has changed their minds or if they're back into their Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde energy. I don't know. It is Halloween, so I guess in the fashion of trick or treat, I guess we'll see. Much love and light. Bye, guys. Good night.